Breaking news coming in. Chinese President Xi Jinping has stated that China supports Azerbaijan in joining the Shanghai Cooperation Organization during his bilateral with the Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev. Azerbaijan is currently a dialogue partner of the SCO here. Let me open Mr. Andrew KP Leung into this conversation as well. Andrew, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being here. First of all, how important is the SCO? Given the point that there are a number of international planks and pressures being applied on both the the Indians, the Chinese, as well as the Russians from the Americans. How important does this forum become in terms of diverting the trade that might be lost from America to the nations that are participants in the SCO?
Well, of course, it's not just trade, it's geopolitics as well. And the SCO now is very different from the SCO even a couple of years earlier. When it was first formed, the SCO was championed by Russia, China, together with the so-called landlocked nations in Central Asia. Landlocked because they do not have access to the sea. And then since then, especially in recent years, last couple of years, many countries, powerful players in the Global South have joined either as dialogue members or as observer members. And this includes in the so-called countries in the Middle Corridor. The Middle Corridor is the corridor of trade and connectivity, infrastructure connectivity, connecting China through Central Asia to countries like Turkey and to the rest of Europe. Bypassing the trouble spots in Russia, the Central Corridor countries are defined by Azerbaijan and Armenia, so that has joined the SCO. And then, of course, the powerful countries in the Middle East, including Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, and also further in the Eurasia, you have countries like Turkey, Egypt joining the SCO, and then additional countries in Asia, including Cambodia and Nepal, for example. So the SCO now is much more influential, much more inclusive, and in a better position to form a kind of cooperative framework. Not that they are forming a bloc against the United States, because no country wants to make the United States an enemy. But then creates an opportunity to recalibrate a relationship with the world's hegemon, the world's most powerful country, the United States, which is now trying to upend the whole world rule-based order in favor of American unilateralism and Americans' own self-interest, trampling on other countries' sovereignty, and in the case of Greenland or even Canada, but also on imposing huge tariffs, not only on China as this perceived existential threat, but on its traditional allies like India and also a transatlantic relationship of the European countries. And not least other countries around the Global South. So I think that this is why the SCO is important at this stage.
All right, fair enough. That's an important observation. The unilateralism is something that needs to be contended with. And India and China, of course, two of the biggest economies in the world, are definitely, primed at this point in time.